There we are live again, yes. I have no idea why my scheduled stream has that incorrect thumbnail. I can't change that. What the heck is going on? Okay, let's go to share my screen again. Share, call up that. There we go. We got that done. Okay. I have no clue why that is. I'm getting frustrated with that now. Let's go to the live stream. Let's say edit. Let's go to thumbnail. Change it. Thumbnail. Select or upload a picture that represents your stream. A good thumbnail stands out. Yeah, well, I know that. But it always changes. So let's try to load another one, different one. And we'll call up this here. And go for this one this time. Save. Okay, that should have changed my thumbnail. And this is just your surprise pop-up again. I'm going to have to do my counting, the counter one with a different counter. I don't like that. That's a little too short. Let's go for here and remove that. Add a layer. Slideshow, media, share, screen, save, speaker. What would that be? Under. I could go to remove that and put a new one on. So we'll add a scene. We'll go to counters. And how about, that's a 10-minute counter. Don't they have like a 5-minute counter? A welcome. A 1-minute counter. Well, that's better. What does that say? 1 minute? Create. Yeah, that's a 1-minute counter. That'll do. Okay, we'll leave there. Whoops. This is cool. Okay, so that works. Stream Elements is up. Grab yourself that coffee, guys, or your tea, or your drink of whatever, any kind you have there. And just remember, tomorrow, high noon, we're having Wayne's World. Sunday go to meeting church, or Sunday go to meeting live stream. Sunday go to meeting live stream. I'm gonna change my background here, hang on. Go to layers, and let's add a new layer, and we'll go to media file, and we'll pick something, upload a new media file, and the file is going to be would that work? Oh, it's downloading. That's what the problem is. It's downloading. It looks like we've got the police happening here. Okay, that says 0 download. Okay, let's cancel that. Let's try to upload a new one then. How about this one? There, that's 100%. This one here, let's delete that. Are you sure you want to cancel this upload? Yes. I've already said yes once. And we'll put this one in here and we'll say go to the fullest, extreme, and we'll set it way to the back. Where is it? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, it's right at the top. No wonder. Okay, we'll put this in here. And we'll take this one and say remove. And that leaves this one here. Let's remove that one so we know we've got that one removed for sure. Back to here. And add a layer. Media file. There we go. This one here. Blow it up to the right size. And pull it way down to the bottom. And do the transition back to there. Diane and Philly, how the heck are you guys doing? You gotta go get your favorite drink. Coffee, tea, milk, beer, water, whatever it is. Enjoying my coffee. Some people don't like coffee at night. Now what's happening here is, how come this is, max image size is 4 megabytes. Okay, that's too big image, that's why. That is why. Drinking coffee also. Cool. Was playing around with let's see if I can make this screen bigger. Oh yeah, go full screen because then I can see it a little easier. I can actually read the chat box myself now. Oh, I was going to say the audio. Probably audio is working because you answered my questions. The minute I plugged my headphones in, gee, my hair's a mess. The minute I plugged my headphones in, and it works fine, but when I unplug the headphones, then the audio there is no audio anymore, unless I plug the headphones back in, which is really strange. I don't know why that would be. How's my back injury? It's, you know what? It's feeling really good. Really good. Almost like it has not happened. Even my ribs were the worst thing of all, actually. My back hurt the very first 2 days, really badly. Like somebody just punched me right in the back and just kept doing that. And then after the second day, it felt not so bad. But my ribs must have taken a pounding. They hurt for a good week or more. And then I've been going for walks and things, and I thought, well, when you have a broken back, you're not supposed to be walking around. That's putting a lot of pressure on your back. just taking a step puts a lot of weight, pound, 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 every step. But that's what the doctor said, so I exercised my back. There's some exercises you can do, and the cat and cow, raise your back, lower your back, raise your back, lower your back. But walking sure helps. I don't take any more medication. And I actually went today. It takes about an hour to get from here to the beach. I took the bus down to the beach, got out my drone, flew up along the beach, did some real nice cinematic footage there, let me tell you. So that'll be coming out, I don't know when. Usually I'm almost behind by 2 to 3 weeks. Whatever videos you see are 2 to 3 weeks behind. Even the video I put out today is like from last year, Vancouver. It's just, I was looking through my videos and found several of them that I really liked a lot. So I thought I'd post them again. So the one today is the Vancouver skyline. I flew it in the daylight, and then at night I went up and flew the exact same flight, because I could program it into the drone to fly exactly the same way. And the nighttime one I put up a week ago or more, and so I thought, well, I'll put the daytime one up. So I should have put them up on the same video, like do it, but that one would be, I guess it would be too long. People don't want to sit and watch videos for like too long. But yeah, Philly, my back is feeling much, much, much better. I can't sing and dance yet, but it's getting there. And tomorrow, the live stream that's going to be at noon tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to do, whether I'll have Michael wanted to come on and do his video, but I think he wants to do a little bit of a training one first to see how it goes. And my live's tomorrow already, so that's probably a no-go for tomorrow. Then I had decided either to do like a word game, but I need some competitors. I need a few people to play. It's nice when you can have like 6 or more people playing the word game one. Or I could do a video, what do you call it, slideshow again. And Michael's got lots of still shots. He was going to send me some, and Sharon has a few shots that she was going to send, but never got around to it yet. So we'll see what happens for tomorrow. It could be just a me chatting away again. I don't know if you know that one of Michael's friends, his name's Wayne also, just passed away here just like a couple days ago. His neighbor. So on Monday, we still got together, but we didn't have the sermon thing. We just got together and chatted a little bit. I think she's raining again. I can hear the water coming off the roof. I can't actually hear the rain, but I can hear the coming down the spout there and hitting the ground. I wonder if I can do that. Let me just see here. Let's get out of full screen, and then let's call up this thing here. Go to YouTube side, go to my channel. Your channel. And go to videos. And call this up. And say pause. Okay, now when I go to EV Nukes, let's put in another, how do I do this? Another layer. Let's add a layer. And a media file or a slide, it's not a media file, not a slideshow. How about screen share? A different kind of screen share here. Oh, you can't really screen share that way. Okay, well that's not good. Back, so screen share isn't the deal. And I've got a screen share already up here. And then if I click stop, oh, share a video, what about that one? Okay, let's try this. Let me try to share this screen here. A, B, C, D. D. Let's try this. And then, where does that go? Let's go to media share, right at the bottom. Share screen. I'm having a hard time figuring this out. Okay. Add to pro scene. Well, that doesn't gonna do anything. Let me just try this. Let's blow this up as big as we can get it. Stretch to screen. Nomad screen. Okay, that's that one. This is that little logo. Then I have the background. So where's the screen share coming in? Daytime. Let's go to here. Oh, there is no screen share. Live stream daytime. Okay, well, let's play that and see what happens. I don't know if you can hear the music. No, that doesn't work. So, that didn't work. But that's quite all right. Let's remove that then. Yes. Exit media share. Yeah, okay, we'll go there. I got all kinds of weird numbers happening here. How are you doing? What's the topic of the day? Layer. How about media file? Upload a new media file. Then we'll try to go to ABCD. Try that one. Oh, it has to download. Okay. Oh, I see what that number is. That says how many comments have been made. Very cool indeed. Once this downloads, I'll share that with you and I'll show you what that is. Where does it go? animated, okay, this is the logo, this is the animated thing. That's my picture. That's that one. JPEG. Oh, okay, it's not quite finished, that's why. Taking its sweet time. I may have forgot to say, share the audio with it, so once it plays, let me know if you can hear the audio in it. 97% done, so any momento. Okay, let's just see when I go to here. Let's make it as big as that. Put a pause on there and drag it to the bottom. Below that. No idea why that's not showing up. It says it's full screen. I guess when you do things for the first time, it's kind of difficult. Hide. Okay. Let's go to hide this. See what happens there. Let's hide this one. We'll hide everything. Okay, there. So why isn't that playing then? How's your coffee doing, Billy? He fought cancer 4 times. Oh wow, okay, I'm missing the I'm missing the chats because I forgot to scroll. Okay, Diane. Day Mike. Funny, your whole live stream is trying to figure out how to use it. So is that funny to you? It's not funny to me. How am I supposed to try and figure things out if I don't try it? But anyways. Let me play this for you. This over. And I have a background here somewhere. It's right here. Show that too. There, we got that back again. Cup is empty, is it? Mr. Ronney Braun, I see your icon, your thumbnail is correct. Yeah, I decided to put a shirt on. Yeah, no kidding. I decided to put that shirt on this time. Okay, this can't be done. Remove from the playlist. My little logo in the top corner is missing. There we go. She be back. I think mine is getting a little too cold. I don't like reheated coffee. Mr. Day Mike, you're kind of new to my channel, I guess. Are you still in the house? Say yay. You are here, Mr. Daily Dan. Danny Staten. Let's put some links in the window here. That should be Dan's link. And Ronnie's link. And I think I should have Philly in there now too, so let's see if those work. There's Ronney Braun's, Daily Dan. And Philly, we are in. There's the links for your channel if you haven't checked each other out. That's a good thing to do. Subscribing is absolutely free, so it doesn't cost you anything. Maybe a minute or two to go and have a look. But I'm kind of curious about this Daily Mike. He says, funny, your whole live stream is trying to figure out, that must have bothered him, why it takes me all this time to figure things out. After all these years, you would think I would qualify for a wrench. Well, if you want a wrench, all you got to do is ask, I suppose. Live stream. Let me go and check you out there, Mr. Daily Dan. I know you. How about that? There you go. You have a wrench, which means you have a lot of power now, man. Use it wisely. Moderators can do a lot of stuff. You can now post your own link if you wish, if you're a moderator, and you can post other people's links. Now, yes, you can go out and look at other people's channels and grab their link and bring them in here and pop them in. I have some programmed into Stream Elements. That's an automatic thing. And I think you all know that, how you talk to the bot. It's a bot. And how you talk to it is with an exclamation point. And so you type in exclamation point and then the first name of somebody's channel. No spaces, just exclamation point and then the channel name. Like for Daily Dan's The Good Stuff, you would type in exclamation point daily. And it doesn't have to be capitalized, just any old way. Now, you're going to bump into some problems when you got the word the, for example, like the so-and-so and the so-and-so, there's a whole bunch of does. So I have to, then you would have to type in, well, however I programmed it to accept that. Like the first and the second word, first and second, with no spaces. Now, some people's channel is really long, so you'd have to type in the whole thing. You're a mod on 143 channels currently, and I've been a mod for Matt Trosi Keto and wrestling for 6 years. Holy, wow, man. Well, you must be good at it. I had one moderator that was excellent at the beginning. She doesn't come around too much anymore. Every once in a while she'll pop in. That's Tommy from She-Devil. You would never have to ask anything. She'd just go and do it. So she's amazing. But I mean, people have other things to do. They got I am the Link Master and the Bot Slayer. Oh, cool. Very cool indeed. Okay, how come I'm not watching full screen? There we go. We're at full screen now, so I can read the comments now too. And then I have a couple of people that don't like the chat window as part of the video on the side there. They said, well, we have the chat box on the right hand side, now you got this one also. Well, it's funny, there's, I don't know, 7 billion people on Earth. Unfortunately, I'm sorry guys, I just can't please everybody. It's Saturday night, and there is really like 1,000 live streams on right now. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah, you Philly, you begin to understand once you put out videos, and probably Daily Dan might bump into a few of these too here because he's got lots of subscribers. Is you just can't please everybody, and sometimes you might say the wrong thing, and people will come on your live stream or on your videos and tell you so. Like, as if they have got nothing better to do. Like, I mean, if something bothers them, they let you know. And I don't ever do that. Like why? Like I said, I made one video, and yes, I went and listened to it myself, where I like to have music in some of my videos. Not all of them. I like to have music in there. Some people don't like music at all, especially when I'm talking and then there's music in the background. And on that video, yeah, it was a bit loud. And I had, I don't know, a few people comment on that video saying, you know, it would have been nice if you'd have shut up or turned the music off or something. And well, it is what it is, and I can't go back and take the music out of there now, so I could remake the whole video all over again. But don't do a live between 8 and 11 Eastern time. That's, how come between 8 and 11? 8, 9, 10, 11, it's 3 hours, what that? Prime time for, what's prime time? I don't understand what prime time is, so that's why I'm on. And yeah, like you said, if there's 1,000 live streams out there, I'm 1001. I'm the odd guy out. I guess, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to win any popularity contests. So I had my drone out today, the Mavic Mini 3. You can hear you can hear that? Amazing how the microphone picks that up. Wow. The rain's coming this way this time because it's I have a window right here, like a big doors, glass doors, and the rain is, I can see it on the glass, so it's coming this way. Dolby surround, baby. Yeah. Prime viewing hours, TV shows are in prime time, 8 to 11. New shows and such. And it's the time most people stream, 8 to 11. Oh wow, okay. See, I don't watch TV at all. Maybe that's why. If I want to see some, I have a big TV here where I'm staying at my friend's place, renting a place here. There is a great big TV here, but it has Netflix and Prime videos if I want to watch any of that. But that's not your regular broadcasting station. And if I want to watch anything else, I usually get on the computer and say, well, show me a documentary or show me a movie, or I don't follow the news. I think news is kind of BS. I don't like news. There is no such thing as good news. So I just avoid TV and news altogether. It's pouring rain where you are too. It's supposed to snow tonight yet. Oh wow. Well, yeah, unfortunately it's still February, early February. February? Can you say February? What happened to Day Mike or whatever his name was? Did he go away? He's obviously not one of my regular, he's probably not subscribed or anything, and he made that statement about, I'm always trying to figure things out. I guess I don't have to say what I'm trying to do. But that must have bothered him, because when you comment about something that bothers your subconscious. Sorry there, Mr. Day Mike. I apologize completely. Yeah, I love spring, summer, and fall. Winter is only good when you see it on TV, I suppose. Summertime is actually, I like summer, but in my van, you gotta be where it's cooler. Like, when it's 40 above, it's like 45, almost 50 inside the van, and it is hot. And you can only take so much clothes off, and that's it. In the winter, you can keep piling it on. It's just in the summer, like, wow. I had the windows open, the fans going, it's parked in the shade, in the breeze if I could get it, and it's just cooking. Hey, who cares what goofs think? Don't let them get to you. No. Yeah, Dan, you're right. maybe it sounded like it was getting to me, but I was just explaining that it must have got to him to make that statement. No, I don't, like I said, I can't please everybody, so I just do what's for me. And I am wearing a shirt today, Philly. And Mr. Ronney Braun, he comes here. I can sneak on somehow, and he finds me. He must be like sitting on his computer just waiting, and he'll pop in all the time. I went to your channel today, Daily. You must have put out another one since, but I commented on there. I can't remember what I had said, but it was, I don't know where you find those movies, man. Oh, the actress in that one was really young, so it must have been an old movie, but as wow, simply amazing. You were stationed at Fort Jackson in August. I don't know where Fort Jackson is. Is that where it's like terribly hot? Oh, Linda Blair, is that who that was? You know, I went to see The Exorcist at the movie theater way back when it first came out, of course. And my girlfriend at the time was with me, and she was under the seat for almost the whole movie, and I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. But that movie scared the shit out of me, let me tell you. That one really scared me. When I went home that night, and I crawl into bed, and obviously you're thinking of the movie. And the house that we were living in had, the way it was heated was with an oil-based stove. And you know, what a thing to happen on that particular night when I went out to watch this movie. That oil-based thing, it didn't like explode, but it's got an iron top to it with a round circle thing, and you'd pick that out there and you could see the flames inside there. Well, this thing must have got filled up with soot or something, because it blew that thing off there, and soot was everywhere. But I'm laying in bed when this happened, when it blew. And I'm thinking of The Exorcist when this happened. And what a night for that to happen yet. So I got fully dressed and went outside. Waited for my dad to get home. Like, that scared the heck out of me, let me tell you, that movie. Did I see the news about the 2 UFOs? They shot 2 UFOs down in Canada? Well, that'll be on YouTube somewhere. I'm gonna have to go see that. Like, shot them down, did they, what do you call it, like, get them? Like, did they... Oh, well, those were like supposedly, well, one of them I saw, that was supposedly supposed to be a Chinese balloon. So that's why I don't believe in the news. It's all lies until somebody figures out what's going on. But I saw the one where they shot the balloon down, and it fluttered and fluttered and fluttered and fell to the ground. Okay, thanks, Dan. I can't click on it right now. but I will later. I'll look it up. If I click on it now, then, you know, when you're running it live, it's just, Mr. Day Mike, tell me how to do that. How do I click on something and still keep the live going? What does it say about China? They are calling them UFOs so that they won't upset China. Was that Canadians that shot him down, or was that Americans that did that? Because I was thinking, this Biden fellow, if it was the US that shot that balloon down, the first one there anyway, that's against China, if it is a Chinese. Let's just say, for example, it's a Chinese balloon. And China is not at war with the US, but they could be at any time. And Biden shoots this down, like that, China might take that as, that's an act of war. But then, it's probably understandable that the Canadians probably did that too, because Trudeau is, I don't know if you know who Trudeau is, our Prime Minister. He's kind of a goofball, just like Biden is. In South Carolina, but there's been 2 more shot down. So what the heck are the Chinese trying to do here? They're probably not manned, right? They're just nobody in them. They say one was an egg-shaped thing. Probably conspiracy theories will come out and say that they're UFOs. Do you have this on your channels? Any information about that on? Because your channel is kind of about things like that. Saying much about what that was. One was egg-shaped thing. Oh wow. Huh. Yeah, pretty strange. And if they were, so where China is, well, when you fly from China to the, let's say you're going to the US, I guess the shortest way is like almost over the North Pole, kind of, like over Canada anyway, so that's probably why they were in Canada. I put up both stories on the Daily Beast. Okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing the links, because I can go and click on these later and go have a look. So the U.S. launched an ICBM today. Oh, wow. Yeah, I suppose all those things are unmanned, although there's so many Chinese that, what's a couple or 3 that, you know. And what the heck is going on anyway? What did they do, those, whatever they shot down just didn't fly away on them. They're doing something. Somebody's doing something. That's one way to capture information or what have you. Although the Chinese are pretty good at computer hacking and getting information that way. Gotta get our, well, Canada and the US are probably pretty good defended that way. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 second delay from YouTube to what I see. I can see it come up on the screen, the one that you guys are looking at there, and then 6 seconds later it appears on my live stream as a comment. Allegedly, yeah. UFO recovery underway in Canada. U.S. forces shot down a UAV origin today. Yeah, they don't call them UFOs anymore, do they? They call them UAVs. Unidentified aerial vehicle, a UAV. I still can't quite read what's on that stream, but I can. Aerial vehicle, okay. Unidentified aerial vehicle. I can't wait to get my video from my drone over the ocean here today posted. I have to do some color grading on it yet first, and it'll probably be a week or two before I put it up, because I do things in kind of order there a little bit. Unidentified aerial vehicle. Yes, yes. And 6 seconds, there we go. Spell check sucks. No kidding. That's what's weird about, hey, Dave, how you doing? Stopping in from the burnout box. I don't see, there's a channel that has the word "the" in front of it. Now let's just see if I've got this. I don't know if I have this one programmed in there, Dave. It would be the, whoops, the exclamation point in there. Burn out would be the words to put in there. This is a good friend of mine, the burnout box, Dave. He also has the Ghetto Van Adventure channel. Fellow Canadian. Well, some channel popped up there, Mr. Dave. I think that's your burnout box one. I just watched your video on the ice hotel or ice place there. I didn't quite catch that. It must be an outside thing. It's not inside, right? They don't just put it in a freezer. But that's quite the cool place. Even the glasses are made of ice. They have one similar to this that's way up north somewhere. The whole thing is like made, dug out of the snow. I suppose you could sleep like an igloo. An igloo is made of snow, but get nice and warm in there. But that's an example for you, Danny, is, you can see Dave's channel is called The Burnout Box. Starts with "the," and I have other channels that start with "the." So to speak to the bot, you have to type an exclamation point, and then I can't just say "the" because it doesn't know who is who. So I use the first two words, "the burnout," with no space in between, and it found his channel. Otherwise, a moderator would have to go look up that particular channel and then grab the link and post it in the thing here. Yes, it's outside. It's amazing. Quebec. Oh, cool. No, it looked pretty nice. The lighting and simply amazing. Can you actually, well, they obviously looks like they serve drinks in there, but can you actually stay there for the night inside there? Yeah, after a while you just let it go and it'll melt. Yeah, a Motorhead channel. Yeah, he races his cars. I haven't been to the burnout box for a while there, Dave, sorry. Solid ice rooms, holy smokes. No furnace in that place. But then, like I was saying, like an igloo, for the Aboriginal Eskimo people there, they build their big houses out of ice, but yet they sleep in there, they have fire in there, stay warm. It just doesn't, I guess leave it long enough, it probably would melt, but they probably moving around. Oh, how am I feeling? Thanks for asking. You know what? My back is feeling really good. I actually don't feel like anything's happened. Am I going to have aches and pains in the future here? Gee, I don't know. But my ribs are healing. I don't feel any more pain in my ribs were the ones that didn't hurt the most, but hurt the longest. My back, for the first, like I said, for the first 2, maybe 3 days, my back was so bad that when I slept at night, I'm a side sleeper person, and I can't sleep on my back, and I never could sleep on my stomach. Just doesn't work. So I had to roll from side to side, and just doing that at night, it was tough, because when you sleep on your side, you're crushing your ribs, pushing your ribs in, and my back was just singing the blues. And then get up in the morning, it took me a half an hour after getting up till my back would feel not so bad. The first 2 or 3 days it was just horrible, but then my ribs, I could hardly breathe. I'm not on pills anymore. I decided not to take pills, just walk. I go for walks. God put us on this earth we come into the world with not on pills. And unfortunately, I'm old, I have diabetes, and I have to take those high blood pressure pills and like a metformin type pill. But I'm totally against pills, you know. Like when I go to the doctor and I say, I got this problem or that problem, and then he'll say, well, I can prescribe this for you. And I kept telling them, like, is there any other way? Like, I don't want to take pills, because pills usually just cover up what the problem is. It doesn't fix anything. So let's try to fix the problem as opposed to taking pills until the pain goes away, until whatever it is heals itself. But anyway, I don't take the pills anymore, and I feel pretty good, which is really nice. Like I'm 70 years old. That's not young. And when you slip and fall like that, right on that, like it was a step, 6-inch high step, almost like razor sharp, and my back just right on the edge this way, not this way, but bang. And when you fall like that, like I'm probably just over the 200 mark, 205, 210 pounds. And I know that, well, when you fall like that, you're probably putting more than 200 pounds of slamming on there like that. So my whole inside's just must have taken a pretty good beating. And my bones that broke are, I don't know if anybody knows how your spine is built. You got the vertebrae itself, and then out going towards the back of your back are two bones that come out and sideways and one out the center. Well, that one that comes out the center towards your back, when you rub your fingers down your back, that's the one you feel. That's called the spinous, oh man, I forget the other word. Spinous something. That bone that broke. And that's a very, very important bone. It didn't just crack, they broke. I think if you saw my videos with the CT scan, it shows them actually broken. So how does that work? Like you break your arm, you go to the doctor, he puts it back together, they put a cast on, it grows back together. So those bones, there's nothing holding them in there except the meat. The meat of your back is holding the bones there. So do those bones actually sort of find each other again and they heal together? I guess it all depends on how far apart they are. It could probably only be like millimeter or millimeters. Because it's the tip of that, I forgot that word, spinous thing. The tip of it is very important. It's got a lot of blood vessels on there and a lot of sensory. Oh wow, what the heck was that? I don't know if you guys heard that noise. It's not almost like thunder, but not thunder. Maybe just some car going by. The drainage out here on the street is nil, so the streets get full of water real fast. That's what happened. It rained really hard. The water was actually coming inside the house here, and I got up to clean it. Well, didn't get up to do that, but the next morning I got up to clean it, and that's when I slipped and fell. Broke my back. And it sounds like, hey, you broke your back. Could have been serious. I could have been paralyzed. But I feel pretty good now there, Dave. What is the topic of the day? I didn't put one up. Now my coffee's all done. Another bang. It said on my phone that we're supposed to have thunder showers today. That's why I didn't go to Isla Mujeres, because I thought it was going to rain. Well, it did rain about 2 o'clock. It started to rain. Marca. 22 degrees, mostly cloudy in Cancun today, or right now. 22 degrees. Mostly cloudy. Well, it's dark. I don't know how you can see the clouds or what have you, but dark. Don't clean this time. Yeah, just let it. Well, you see, I don't know when they build things in Mexico. Do they build by a code of some sort? Like, you step out the front door here and you're in the carport, which is covered on the top. It's a carport, but now the tiles that are in the carport are really shiny, smooth tiles, like I would have, like cement, rough cement. And all the houses here, none of them will have carpet inside the house. That would be disastrous because there's so much moisture in the air, your carpet would get moldy. So all the floors in every house are like rock, like tile. And so there's that to worry about. But that's why the water had subsided a bit. It was up on the street over the curb and then into the carport, and then the 6-inch from the carport to the house, that was up that high. And I waited for the water to recede, so there was no more water in the carport, but it was, it just washed all the dirt up. And the dirt was laying there, so I thought I'd go out there and clean that up. And just one step out there, and bang, bang, that was it. You go down so fast, you haven't had time to even think or to, you haven't got time to think. It just happens so fast. My coffee is gone. I'm not going to go make another one, but I'm going to have to go to the men's room. Entertain yourselves. There we go. If you could, all right there, Mr. Dave, thank you for popping in, my friend. And just remember, if nobody has told you they loved you today, let me be the first. I love you. Stay well, stay awesome. I know spring is coming. We'll get some good weather here happening. Get off the pooper. Well, I'd be still in there if that was the case, but we're all done now. You still got spring happening there, John? Are you digging your way out of the snowdrift? My goodness, it's going to take a long time to melt that. Well, a couple nice days might just do that in. Like in Medicine Hat, where I'm from, Alberta, when the streets get enough snow on and people drive on it, and they drive and drive and drive, and it gets like a sheet of ice on there. You can't see the road anymore for all winter. It takes that sheet of ice a long time to melt away. You haven't seen snow yet this year? You must be pretty far south. I know you told me where you live and all, but I just can't remember. But yeah, wow. Haven't seen snow yet this year. It must be nice when you're living in a place where yeah, and last year it took till April, I think even in May, in early May, there was even a cold spell in May. Like, we're almost getting into summertime in May, and I don't know if it snowed, but it got pretty cold. Philly from Philadelphia. Nukdoyokdok. Almost 60 degrees today. Holy smokes. how do you figure out what Fahrenheit that is? Like right now, it's 22 here. And somebody was telling me you take that and double it and add something. So 44 plus, I don't know, plus the 32. I know there's a proper mathematical formula. I'm going to make another video because people are wondering, you know, like, hey, we donated some money to you, and you know, I got to explain how I feel. I'm feeling actually very, very good, and I just have to thank everybody again, once again, like that actually sent money to my PayPal or put e-transferred money. I feel always so humble because I've never asked anybody for anything ever in my life. I can swing things myself, but I don't work. The government gives me no money at all. And when something extra happens, well then, I guess I have to owe money to somebody. I had to borrow money to do the CT scan in the first place. I had to pay Benny back. But my back's feeling really good, John. Things are really looking up. So I'm hoping it's healed. I don't feel anything. I don't take pills anymore. I've been off the pills for maybe a week. So, and I got to make a follow-up video about, and I got to go for another CT scan at the end of the month, just to see how things are going. And you know, when you hear about other people, yeah, they broke this, they broke that, they broke their back, and then you know, it doesn't hurt me when you hear about other people. It doesn't hurt me, so I'm hard to feel sympathy. But when it happens to you, then it's like, oh, woe is me. How come nobody cares? You know what your thoughts are, because you're the one that's hurting. So, but anyway, we can't get into too much like religious type stuff at the moment. But thank the Lord that I didn't fall in a certain way or a certain break my back in a certain way that you're paralyzed. Like you hear of people when they dive into a really shallow pool, like this one girl, and broke her neck. Well, she's paralyzed from the neck down, and for I don't know, 30 some odd years now, like 30 some odd years of being in a wheelchair after that. And that just makes me cringe just thinking about that. Like, wow. So I'm very thankful that whatever happened in the way it did. And I just thought your back is important, but I always thought, like, you break your back, you're kind of toast. And when I did slip and fall, I'm laying there on the ground outside, and people were out there trying to get the water off the street. There is no drainage. So I guess they were trying to get it to work somehow or whatever. And when I fell, I was ready to start hollering for help. But I could move, so I got up on my knees and I crawled into the house and laid down on the bed right away. So 'tis what it is. How can I tell Oh, that's funny. The screen doesn't tell me that when I go full screen. Have to see what the heck time is it. It is 5 to 9 in the evening here in Cancun right now. 8:55. Congratulations, your comment got a what do you call it? From, oh, it looks like from Nona Grace. Nona May Grace. The chicken lady. It doesn't take many chickens for you to have so many eggs that you can't eat them all. And that's what she was saying. She has to, give some eggs away because, and she doesn't have like a lot of chickens, but enough. Good to hear, Wayne. In Mexico here, people have common names too, but they have some like real Mexican kind of names. But some people have like Jack, even John. They have like normal type names. But Wayne, you'll never hear of. There is no Mexican that has Wayne. Every time I order something or like food or what name is it under, and I say Wayne, they always spell it W-A-I-N-E, wine, or W-I-N-E, wine. And I know all the letters of the alphabet and how to say them kind of in Mexican, except the letter Y. The letter Y is not like a sound like that. It's an actual word. I forget what the word is for the letter Y, but it's your father's name is Wayne. Well, was Wayne, it still is Wayne. I mean, even if he's passed. That's your middle name. Oh, no way. Wow. My father always told me, he said when he named us kids, there was 3 of us, not why he picked Wayne, but that was just his choice. Where did you get that name from? Like, Wayne is even a last name, like John Wayne. Your middle name is Wayne. Wow, cool. Your son's middle name is your first name. Oh, really? So do you like the idea of, like, for example, for me, like Wayne Jr., Wayne Sr., some go as far as, most I've ever seen was like John or something, the 4th, maybe the 5th I've heard seen. But I don't know. I don't know if I would like that to be named Junior, Wayne Jr. or Wayne Sr. If you like the name a lot, I guess you name your kid the same name, but add the junior at the end. The burnout, Dave, he has a racing, that's the channel for the racing cars and stuff. Your wife didn't want to have to be a junior, eh? Yeah. So the burnout is So his initials are JR. Ha ha ha. Okay. Wasn't there a TV series on where the guy's name, that was his, I guess they called him JR? That was his initials, JR. What was the name of that show? I remember the guy, I remember his face clearly. I never watched that show very much, but I just remembered, hey, JR, blah, blah, blah. Dallas, yeah, there you go, Dallas. I don't think I ever watched a full episode of that. It was a pretty popular show, though. Larry Hagman, okay. So what was the JR in that show? That was his initials, correct? Or was that his actual name, JR, in that show? Supposedly it was a pretty popular show at the time, you know, when it was. I don't know how many seasons it ran, but supposedly it's supposed to be pretty popular. Well, there's a bit of trivia for you, Philly. I'm not too sure what it was either. I'm usually known for really strange trivia things. Like, you know, I can't think of anything right at the top of my head, but something nobody would care about. And I know the answers. And I'm like, why would I know that? At least I had a good day today. It was nice and sunny and hot all the way up until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got up early and I went down to the hotel zone, to the beach area. I went to the beach, and there's this big rock out in right on the coast there. John Ross. That sounds familiar, John Ross, yeah. You must have went and looked that up. This big rock right on the shoreline, and then people would get up on top there and take pictures and stuff from up there. And it's pretty big rock, so I got one area to myself. You sound like you're another one of them guys that you can be watching a live stream and you're checking things out and doing things, and you mention something and then you come back and give an answer and you go, oh, how you got time to do that? Inquiring minds want to know, yeah. I don't know, you must have heard of Rob on the Road. Rob, he's one of the follower from across the pond there. He does that too. I was talking about, hey, Medicine Hat is at the 45th parallel or what have you. And he comes back and he says, no, it's not. It's at the 48th or whatever the number is. But he does that too. He goes out and checks things out. And I said, well, a wealth of knowledge there. Let me tell you, I got two of you now. If I ever want to know anything. So, Michael must be working pretty hard on that school thing that he had going there, because he kept sending me messages on my phone saying that he still wants to get together and show his movie, his little video there, his 2 or 3 minute video. And he wants to come on and be a guest on while that's playing, so he can take questions. Question and answer period, but he's pretty busy. Yeah, no kidding. What did we ever do before the internet? And I remember my stepfather, he had a subscription to, what do you call those books? Encyclopedia books. And I guess when you order them, you get them in the mail. One would come every month or whatever. And they just go in the bookshelf. You could look things up, but nobody would sit and read them. It's just like, and he liked the smell of new books. So he'd sit there and smell the book. But yeah, and kids nowadays, you tell them a rotary telephone, with the dial, with the telephone. They don't know what that is, or like a typewriter. A lot of the young kids now, the typewriter's been gone for I don't know how many years. Yeah, I used to use them for like in school and stuff when you look things up. Like the Ripley's Believe It or Not books, or not Ripley's Believe It or Not. Boy, I'm getting old where I forget things. What the heck was that? I'll think of it in a minute. You still have a manual typewriter downstairs? The old typewriter with the ribbon, or one with the ball? That's amazing. Or the things that would pop up with the ribbon. There was something else. Oh, like a floppy disk. A lot of kids nowadays don't know what a floppy disk is. They started out with an 8-inch floppy disk. This ribbon, was it? Oh, cool. I had 4-inch floppy disks for my drive, and the computer I had was called a Coco by Radio Shack, and it had a floppy disk drive, but it only would play one side. So with a hole punch, you could punch one hole in the thing there, then you could flip it over and have it, it was a double-sided then, just by punching a hole in it, so like a hack, And then it went to cassettes, or like a tape player, and you could save programs and stuff on, but it would on the phone. You would put the phone receiver in the suction cup things, and that's how you would communicate. And then when you were on the internet, when it first came out, it was all just text at the beginning, like a black screen with either orange colored text or green text. There was no pictures, and I think there was only like 4 websites. Microsoft.com was one, and when pictures would actually show up, they'd go line by line by line, and you would wait for 5 minutes before the whole picture would appear. Really slow. And it was called the Coco was a color computer. That one, like now when a computer boots up, you turn it on and it takes a few seconds to load stuff from the drive to make it work. Now Windows can work. But my Coco was on a chip. So when you turned it on, it was instantaneous. The operating system was right there, right now, just on. So it was really fast. Sharon is in the house. Well, hello, Sharon. Yeah, dial-up. And when there was like 4 websites in the whole world at the time, to get there, you'd have to use the word gopher. Like gopher, I don't know if they had www, but gopher, Microsoft.com, and you would go to Microsoft, or go for something else, and it was just all text, no graphics at all whatsoever. So that's really showing you how old. My stepdad was into computers. He communicated with another guy through the computer. This was 1986. Yeah, really. Man, those bring back some memories, eh? Wow. Yeah, I really don't know what we did before the internet was it's hard to fathom. Must have survived somehow. Wow, 2 hours go by real fast. I'm on for an hour and a half already, and the thing popped up, said you got 30 more minutes and we're kicking you off. Because the free version of this EV Mukes gives you 2 hours a day. Yeah, the roads it must be still raining because the water's coming off the roof down the pipe. You can hear it splashing out there. And then when cars go by, you can hear it. But I will be on again tomorrow at noon for my actual. I used to come on once a week at noon, but now I like to come on if I'm sitting here doing nothing, or I've did all my computerizing that I'm going to do, then I think, well, maybe I'll just go online for a little while. Yeah. That's right, Philly. It was on. It was out there for the governments to use and the military to use long before the actual citizens got to use it. And I think when the Mr. John Chalker, how you doing there, buddy? What was I going to say? They only expected computers when they were first built, like maybe the major countries would have one, and that would be it. And now, almost everyone has a computer in their pocket. Like, you show me a person today that doesn't have a cell phone. Like, that's a computer in itself, and we all have one. How are you doing this beautiful evening? How's everybody over there with you? Don't get scammed. Yeah, try not to get scammed. I got scammed the other day. By somebody that is telling you he's one of your friends, and he understands when you tell, I hate scams, and he says, yeah, me too, and then he scams you. If they can make a peso from you, they'll do it. My friend in Virginia does not and never did have a cell phone or a home computer. Really? I have a nephew that I don't think he has a cell phone either. He refuses to have his name published everywhere. And I said, his name's Miles. And I said, Miles, you are on the internet. You don't need to have a phone. You don't need to have, you're on there. My aunt was another one, never owned a phone, never owned a computer, nothing. And I told her, your name is on the internet. I can look you up. And nowadays, it's hard to go, if you go outdoors, you're on video somewhere. I don't know if you can ever go off-grid unless you're out in the woods. But if you have a vehicle, you got a driver's license, and you gotta have a credit card, and I mean, it's just about an impossibility. And as a matter of fact, you know what they're gonna do now? Hello? Hang on, I think somebody's at the door. Raining pretty good out there, but raining pretty good out there, but that wasn't my door. Off grid. Yeah, I had some sort of something in back of my mind I was going to mention, but you know, I can be telling a story, and in mid-sentence I'll forget what I'm talking about. Like in mid-sentence, all I gotta do is forget one word, and I'm lost. Are you at work, Sharon? Are you squeezing in a coffee break, or? I guess I can turn my air conditioner off for a moment. It gets to be a little bit too chilly. What I still have to do yet before I go back to Canada is I want to get a new pair of glasses, so I have to go to the eye doctor guy and have them do some tests to find out what my prescription numbers would be for a new set of glasses, because they cost a lot of money in Canada compared to here, just like your teeth. And the doctor up there in Canada, he says, well, your cataract is getting worse and worse. I mean, with these glasses, I can see perfectly fine. I don't have to see 20/20. I mean, you know, I don't care if I can't read something, a big sign that's a few hundred feet away. I don't really care. As long as I can read like what's in front of me. I can see fairly well, I guess. But he wants to do an operation which takes 20 minutes or so, or a half an hour, and it's all over on one eye. And then weeks later you go for the other eye. They take out your lens, put a fake lens in there. And I was upset with him, and I said, well, can't I just get a prescription with my glasses, like new prescription and stuff? And he says, yes. But so even the operation on your eye, you're still going to have to wear glasses anyway, because if you pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, you can make it so that you can near and farsighted. But for like a free, in Canada, lots of things are free with the medical. They'll do that operation. It doesn't cost you a penny, but you can make it so that you're nearsighted or whichever you pick. But you still have to, I said, I don't want to be take my glasses off to see some things and put glasses on to see some things. Like if I'm going to have to do that, I might as well leave glasses on. And so I don't really want to do that operation. He was upset with me. Almost had an argument with him in his office there. I said, keep my name on the books, you know, because I don't. He said, well, I can take your name off. It takes a long time to get in because they have to book that room or whatever in the hospital to use to do these operations. And they kind of numb your eye with something. It's hard to, how do you turn off your vision? You can't just turn it off, but you see the needles coming at you, and they poke tiny little holes in your. That scares me. But he said, nah, nothing hurts. It's just all numb, and it's. But anyway, I think I'll just get a new set of glasses. I'm going to be kicked off here in 20 minutes. 19 minutes now. And when Tommy was on from She-Devil, we tested it out. She says, well, just stay on, see what happens. So I stayed on for the full 2 hours, which you get every day, 2 hours a day, 30 hours a month. And 2 hours and 1 minute is what they give you. They give you 1 minute to say your goodbyes, and then you just click, you're off. You had a piece of metal get in your eye once. They needed to drill it out. Oh, man. And you can't turn your vision off to not see this needle coming at you. Like, yikes. And what they do for this operation is they go in the side, but it's where your pupil is. It's not in the white part. But it goes in the side, 2 holes. One hole to go in and scrape out your lens, and the another hole to go in and put this other lens in there and make sure that it's all fitting right, and then it heals up pretty fast. But yikes, wow. Fastest healing part of your body. No way, really. Well, that's what I've heard anyway, that the healing is very quick. And I've had 2 operations on my back for herniated disc, my lower back, not where I had my broken back, but way down on L4, L5, both of those. Then you get when you finish the operation, they put a hose in there, and it's hooked up to a hemovac thing, which means it's like sucking all the time. So when there's fluid in there, it's sucking the fluid out. But then it just seems like in 5 days it's all healed up. Like, it's simply amazing how fast your body can actually heal itself. All we got to do now is do like what lizards and stuff, when they cut their tail off, they grow a new one. Like, yeah, you can cut your finger, a tip of it off, and it'll grow a new tip, but only a millimeter. It's too bad if it was you cut the whole thing off, and in a week or 2, poof, you have a whole new finger. If they could figure out how a lizard can do that with his tail. Yeah, that'd be cool, eh? If you could do that, you cut your head off, and then in a week or 2, you got a new head. Because you can sort of heal already. Like, I've cut the tips of my fingers off, for the 70 years that I've been here. You're cutting away, or you cut yourself, and it heals. You might have a scar at some places. But when you cut the tip of your finger, I don't see no scar at all. But then when you get cut open though, like my back, when you get your herniated disc and they cut you open, not putting any foreign objects back in there, just the idea of cutting you open, your body knows you were cut open there, and it surrounds that area with almost like a plastic bag. Like when you get heart surgery, your whole heart is covered in like a plastic bag after your body makes this coating that goes around it to protect it, I guess, somehow. And it's trying, killing itself. But so they said, don't you gotta exercise my back once I get the disc. All they did was cut some stuff out of there so that it's not pushing against my nerve. And I have to exercise, otherwise that membrane stuff that your body creates will make you still like you had a herniated disc. So, and I still do feel that in my leg all the time. Not a pain, but I can tell something is wrong with that one leg. And that the problem's in my spine, not my leg. It's funny how that works. Because that's where the nerve comes down to go down your leg is right there in the L4, L5 area. And pinches that nerve. It's like some people, when they get their foot cut off or their hand cut off, they can still feel, like I had one guy that fell under a train and his leg was, from above the knee gone. But he could still feel, he said he could still feel his toes, or, feel an itch way down on his ankle or something, just like it wasn't gone, it was still there. So I guess the nerves, or whatever it is still kind of saying, hey, we're still here. All right, guys. I think tomorrow, for sure, I'm going to be back on at noon. It is now... What time is it here? 9:26. So set your clocks. 9:27. No. Oh, yeah. Oh. Telcel telling me I'm going to need some more data. 200 pesos for 1 month, and you get, I don't know how many gigabytes of data, 4 or something, which is plenty for me though. And 200 pesos is 10 American dollars. So $10 for a month, and you get all the data I really need. So that's okay. So anyways, guys, we should end the live on a good note and come back on tomorrow and do it all over again. Hopefully I'll have something. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, whether I'm going to have a slideshow or just chit-chat again, or there is no, if I say what's the topic of the day, and I make it whatever it is, and I don't discuss what the topic is anyway. So anyways, guys, that's what we should do. We should end her on a good note today, and just remember, that's as usual, I picked this up from Michael, and I love the saying so much, that if nobody has told you they loved you today, let me be the first. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for coming into my humble live and sticking around and spending the time out of your day when you probably could have been doing something much better. And stay cool, be kind, stay awesome, of course. And if you're not a nomadic outlaw, become one. Subscribe to Nomadic Vanman. You automatically become a nomadic outlaw. So Philly and Sharon and Ronnie, or whoever's still in the house, thank you for coming in. Maybe I asked for guests to come on, but everybody's too afraid to have their face show up on the screen. So anyways, guys, let's end her on this good note, and we'll see you tomorrow at noon if you're here. If you're not, maybe through next week. Have an awesome weekend, an awesome day tomorrow. We'll catch you guys later, and stay tuned. We'll catch you guys all on the next one.